Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you an updated brow routine using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow. It's been a hot minute and I've definitely changed more of the shape. It's kind of the same technique. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. To start, I don't always do this, but when I want a really on fleek brow, I do this. It's the Hourglass number 28 primer. It's just a bunch of essential oils, so I find that the pomade goes over it really nice and slick, if that makes sense. It doesn't skip or anything like that. And then I just brush through my hair and make sure everything's in place. And then I start out with the smallest little bit on the Inspire Beauty angled brush or something like that. Just a really tiny angled brush. And as you probably noticed, I always start either in the middle or towards the outer edge of my brow. That way I'm not dispersing too much product right in the front, because you want it to be kind of like an ombre or gradient, so that it doesn't give you those mean looking angry brows. You want everything in the front to be really light, and then on the outer edge a little bit darker. So I underline and then I overline and then I go in and fill. So you saw me underline, and again, not starting right in the front. And now I'm just overlining, and I really exaggerate my arch out towards my temples more. And then I'm underlining. I'm just making sure I have the right shape, and I constantly compare it with the other eyebrow, and then I will start to fill it in. Again, keeping more product on the outer edge so it's darker out there, and then keeping it really nice and light in the front. The trick with this product is less is more. People go in there digging in almost like it's eyeliner or something, and this stuff is so pigmented you need the tiniest amount. And a quick easy tip for that is if you just scoop a little bit out and put it on the top of either on your hand or on the top of the lid, that'll make sure you're not going in and getting way too much product. So here I'm just filling everything in. Still, when I fill it in, I never go straight into the front. But what I like to do to fill in the front is just these upward motions. So I kind of push it up front rather than just apply product right there. And then I always go back and blend it with the spoolie. And then again touch up, because sometimes things get kind of messed up with the spoolie. And then I use the Sonia Kachuk Hidden Agenda Concealer Palette. And I use this little brush that is my saving grace for brows. I actually got it in a set on Groupon literally 6 or 7 years ago, but it's the only thing I can use to carve out my brows. This is going to help give you those really sharp lines, and if you made any mistakes or you have any hair that you haven't plucked, which is always my problem, it'll help kind of conceal those areas. So I just use the lighter shade under my brow and make sure I'm blending it down so there's not this really harsh line. And then some people like to overline over top of their brow to carve it out. Some people don't. I usually do, just to get it crisper, but I like to keep it really defined but as natural as possible, if that makes sense. So again, make sure you're blending out that line so you don't have just a weird line on your eyebrow, and it'll all kind of come together when you put foundation on as well. And again, just blending with the spoolie. I like to use my spoolie in the front of my brow the most, and really lightly on the outer edge, since I don't have a lot of hair there and I applied a lot of product. I don't want it to remove that product. And lastly, I finish it with a clear brow gel from Anastasia. Think of this like your hairspray. It's going to lock everything in place and really keep it there all day. I mean, Dipbrow doesn't move. I use it for horse shows all the time, so it is bomb. It is super waterproof, but this is just another tip. So I hope this helped you guys in learning how to use the Dipbrow, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.